Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to have some Division 14 online ranked game playing the light heavyweight division using none other than the legend himself, and that is Grapplurr Teixeira, who recently retired, so I don't think we'll be having him in the next UFC game. Hopefully they've got like a legends category and he'll be on there because he's someone that I really like to utilise. And we're going to be coming up against Polish power himself, Jan Blachowicz, and you can see that my opponent's in Division 20, and I thought this would be a very good fight to showcase to you guys for multiple reasons. Firstly, because obviously this opponent's high up in the rankings at this point and quite a skilled fighter, and I just want to illustrate to you something that I'm seeing a lot as of recently when I'm playing the game, and that is the new sort of broken way of utilizing the ground game, in particular the undeniable transitions that you're going to see a lot of people in Division 20 onwards in the top 100 utilizing to sort of cheese their way getting back onto their feet or escaping transitions. And normally when anyone throws that spinning helicopter kick that is extremely cheesy, you know what sort of fight you're in for. But I'm trying to stay patient. Obviously, one thing with Grapplurr, he's got phenomenal boxing, but he's got very, very good jiu-jitsu, and this fight here is very tit for tat in terms of skill set for skill set. But I do think that Grapplurr is the better of the two on the ground, and you can see their well-timed uppercut, and that was a slight pause in between throwing that combination, which is why Jan thought it was safe to go ahead and throw. But he got clipped for beautiful uppercut, and now that we're on the ground is really where I'm going to shine through and whittle away. But I just want to say a huge thank you to all you guys for the support recently on all the videos and liking all the content, all the subscribers, close to 630 subscribers now, which is absolutely crazy. And I just want to take this time out to apologise for not uploading as much as of recently. Yeah, the last video I uploaded, it actually went live before I expected it to. I didn't have a thumbnail ready. The guy who does my thumbnails, Grapplurr, recently got married, so shout out to him. And it took a little while to get the thumbnails over, obviously, because he's going through a big family event. And yeah, so congrats to my guy Grapplurr. Hope he had a really good wedding. Hope him and his wife, wish them all the best for the future. But yeah, so that upload, it uploaded without having a thumbnail ready, so I think a lot of you guys missed it. And just in general, I've had a lot going on recently in my own life. Had a couple funerals to attend to. Had to fly out to a couple of them as well, which took time away from this, and been very busy with work. But regardless, we're back now. We're going to get back to the content and back to producing content that hopefully you guys enjoy. So if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more UFC 4 content. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, as you can see, doing a very good job here of controlling him on the ground. And with the knockdown, I know he did get the stun, but with the knockdown I feel like the round is pretty much mine for the taking. And one thing to note is a 3-round fight, and you will start to notice the higher up the divisions you go, when you do start to take control of someone and you do start to dominate them, you will notice that their attitude tends to change. Like, there's been many a time that I fought people in the top 100 and the first round is still respect, and then you start fighting, they see that you're actually quite skilled at the game, they're not having the success rate they usually have, and then they really start to switch and use all the cheesy mechanics to try pull off a victory. And you can see here that the constant flicking to the sides for the undeniable transitions, it's very hard to block that, and people just use that to keep building their own GA and then eventually move. And it's something that I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of other content creators videos as well, and then I'm getting comments from subscribers asking, oh look, how do I do this undeniable transition? I really want to learn how to do it. But I would really advise not learning to play the game in that sort of manner. There's nothing wrong with faking a transition once or twice, but when you're constantly spamming it in order to gain a advantageous position is where it sort of becomes a problem. You can see here that what happened was my opponent's ego is definitely 100% hurt, and the thing you've got to do and you've got to realize is I am against a skilled opponent. I can't make as many mistakes I can do with an opponent that isn't as skilled, and I also know this opponent is going to know how to utilize all the mechanics possible in order to win and cheese at the game. So you can see here he goes for the transition for the submission, cancels, and what he's doing, look at the stamina, my stamina on top left corner, he's going for these transitions even though I'm denying, just to whittle away at my stamina in hopes to get a submission. But what he didn't account for is that I'd be denying them, and his stamina would also go down in the grand scheme of things, which enabled me to get out of that position. So there's just a small brief example of what Division 20 or slash top 100 fighters will look to do in order to gain an edge. He knew exactly what he was doing there by cancelling all those submission attempts. He was just trying to whittle away at my stamina to potentially get an easier submission victory. But the main thing you've got to do in these scenarios is you've got to know what is possible against coming up against an opponent like this. So I know what's possible is that he's gonna cheese his way through it and look to get a win. And what ways can he cheese on the ground? So he can spam the undeniable transitions, which is the first thing he can do. He can spam submission attempts and then cancel them, and then look to get easier submissions, which is another thing he can do. And then he can just look to hold certain positions for as long as possible using the fake transition. So you can see that I've obviously ended up reversing the position. I'm going to stay on top of him for a little while just to build back some control time. And one thing I really like to do when coming up against someone like this is not give them any sort of chance for leeway, because if I go for a submission, maybe when it isn't the exact right opportunity to, it can leave me in a more vulnerable position. So I'm going to look to take a calm, measured approach to this. This round potentially is already lost, so I'm just going to stay really, really calm, look to deny transitions, and I'm sure I denied this transition, but he somehow whittles his way on top of me. And I feel like on the ground I definitely have the advantage, but whenever someone's looking to cheese and looking to, rely on broken tactics, it can sway that heavily in their favour. So what you'll see here is that whenever he's in half guard and he's in a position now, I know that he's going to look to get to top mount. From side control, I've established that he's definitely not too dangerous. I'm not very fearful when he's in side control, but the one thing I am fearful is if he does get into top mount, all it's going to take is him to read, the HUD to see when I'm swaying, when I'm trying to go to half guard, and pre-denied transitions from top mount, which is something that a lot of these top 100 guys do to just maintain that position. And then he's also going to cancel the submissions a bunch of times on me and then potentially get a submission finish. So top mount's where I'm looking to deny heavily, not as much side control. There was little to no threat from there. So as soon as he was in half guard, you'll see that I will sprawl and I'll go up. So he starts off the third round the exact same way he started the second. So he assumed that he could just shoot for a takedown this time and there wouldn't be any sort of repercussions. Unfortunately for him, he shot a turning takedown, which is the right thing to do. He mixed up the takedown from his first attempt, but unfortunately for him, it was quite a simple denied it, and fortunately enough, denied it. He had no stamina, and I am against the fence now. I landed a couple knees and pushed him towards the fence, and then got a takedown for him. And I'm telling you, cage takedowns are the way to go. I think the success rate on cage takedowns is much greater than takedowns in the center of the octagon. Obviously, the only risk it does pose is that then they'll have the fence there to work with to get back to the feet. But as long as you're smart with it, you can then drag them back down anyway. And you can see, although he reversed position, I reversed it straight back. And look at the difference in stamina management here. It's only the third round. Of course, this is the final round. But in a 5-round fight, this is definitely playing into my hands with stamina management. And I'm just going to be really, really calm this round. I'm just going to look to control. It's going to be position over submission. I'm going to look to inflict damage where possible. But mainly, it's going to be about controlling. And that's what you're going to have to do with a lot of the more skilled guys, is you're really going to have to game management. You're going to have to know what you want to do. Similar to what Sandhagen's done to Rob Font. He knew what he had to do to get to the win, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So he does a very good job of getting out of the crucifix, because once that position was locked in, I thought for sure he's going to be in big danger. And here, with the amount of time left on the clock, you saw the stamina was low. I could have gone for a submission attempt there from the arm triangle side saddle, but as I'm trying to emphasize in this video, it's about picking and choosing when to do things, because if I don't lock in that arm triangle, if I don't get the finish from it, Jan is going to end up in a much better position and then potentially on top of me, and with Jan's power can do a lot of damage from ground and pound, and that can definitely sway the decision on the judges' scorecard. So what I opted to do for instead was remain calm, keep myself on top, and keep whittling away at the clock. But you can see I'm very, very active. I'm still moving around. I'm not just sitting in one position. I'm constantly trying to look for ways to better myself and to put myself in a more advantageous position, and that's entirely what is key. I think the stigma around grappling is when people just lay on top of you and look to get decisions victories, and I can completely understand why that'd be frustrating. It's frustrating when I come up against it, and I can see why a lot of the UFC 4 community wouldn't want to watch it, and that is completely understandable as he brings out that helicopter kick there. So I completely get that. But if you're always looking to advance and always looking to get into better positions, then to be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with having this playstyle against an opponent like this that's going to look to cheese in any way possible and look to win. I will keep him here for this round, and I'm going to get the decision victory. And you can see as soon as we got back onto the feet, spinning helicopter kick straight away. So I wasn't even going to entertain it. Shot that single and turn it, got him straight down to side control, and that was a very dominant round 3. So I'd say round 1 and 3 are mine, and I get the decision victory here. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video of me dealing with a higher end opponent that's looking to cheese on the ground. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more UFC 4 content. Really appreciate all the support from you guys, and I'll catch you on the next upload. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.